You know, what everybody has been talking about is what happened at the end. It's certainly what happened at the beginning, but take a look. Brad Keselowski into the back of Carl Edwards. Edwards up into the catch fence.
Ooh, lucky nobody hit him on the way by. You can see that doesn't have anything to do with the yellow line, Steve. That's just a cat that had his nose under the leader of the race coming to the checker. You know, they weren't. He would have, if he didn't hang him at that point on the track, he was going to hang him somewhere if Carl decided he was going to keep on trying to pinch him off. You can't throw a checker out in front of these guys and expect not to get run over if you try to cut them off.
Take another look from Carl's perspective.
You know, it's just that's our biggest fear right there. You know, these race car drivers, yes, it's a dangerous sport. They've got helmets on, they've got fire suits on, they've got bars around them. But when you see a car get up into that catch fence right there and start to get the possibility of hurting some of the people, some of the fans that come to support us each week and watch what we do, that's the most terrifying thing that you can ever see as a crewman, a driver, anybody that's involved in motorsports. I hated it for those people. Some people did get a little bit hurt,
fans,
and we hate that for you. We hope that you get well, and you know, if there's, you know, just our well wishes go to you, and we really apologize for that from our sport, and we appreciate everything that you do.
Well, you guys were the players in the game. Playa. I think we need to have a big boy conversation.
All right, let's put on the lawyer pants and walk down that road.
Down that path, shall we? You know, I'm so conflicted about Talladega. You know, from where I was on pit road, it is intense. It is thrilling to watch, but part of me is terrified by what we saw. So, Michael, where are we, and can we change anything? Did Brad Keselowski do anything wrong?
No, Brad Keselowski did perfectly, and Carl didn't do anything wrong either. He was just guarding. He was trying to guard his space, but Brad wasn't going to take any of that. I am disappointed with Carl's comments following the race, saying NASCAR is going to get someone killed and then we're going to change something, because we sign up to race these cars. Nobody made us start that race yesterday. Now, you're racing your car so intense and you're into the moment. Carl knew the chances when you cut someone off, you sign up for saying, I'm going to cut you off, you hit me if you want. And Brad's going to hit him. I mean, it's just clear. Brad was inside of him. Carl tried to cut him off. He turned him. He crashed. But we can't help the racing there. NASCAR has to do something. Well, that's great. What are we going to do? Short of not going there, I don't know how you change it. We can't slow them down much more. You can't make it any more easy or safe for the car to drive, and easy for the car to drive. And the car obviously is a very safe race car. The way it hit that fence and didn't get Carl injured at all. And Steve, think about this. In these tough times, everybody talking about how the TV ratings are down, the crowds are small. What are we going to do next? Wasn't it refreshing for you to stand there before the start of that race and look up and see over 170-some thousand people just anxious to see what was going to take place? We owe that to our fans. We sign up the way we race. All Carl had to do was let him in the hole. And if he cuts somebody off coming to the checker this week at Richmond, you watch. The same thing's going to happen. You won't hit as hard, you're not going as fast, but the same thing would happen.
Carl had some very pointed comments after the race. Here's what he told our speed cameras.
I guess we'll do this till someone gets killed, and then we'll change it, you know, but that's the way it is, you know. I don't know how I'd change this racing. I know it's a spectacle for everybody, and that's great and all, but it's not right to ask all these guys to come out here and do this. I mean, you know, it's just, what if the car goes up in the grandstands, kills 25 people? You know what I mean? At some point, they got to say, look, we got to change this around a little bit.
Okay, so Michael, you take issue with Carl saying something bad's going to happen, but I don't know how to change it.
Right. I think if you've got a suggestion, you got something you want to tell people, then tell them. If it's a chicane or
what would you do?
What I would do is leave everything just like it is at Daytona and Talladega until there's somebody that has an answer or a suggestion that makes sense. I think the racing at Daytona is fine. You get into a different animal a little bit when you get to Talladega because the track is so smooth and the cars run so close together. But just remember, Steve, it comes down to a choice. Sure, the big crash was just people jockeying for position and it got away. That happens. The last lap was a choice Carl made. He chose to try to block the guy that was trying to win his first race. You know, in hindsight, it might not have been the best idea that Carl ever had.